Nigeria's authorities have officially declared the Lakurawa armed group, which flogs people for listening to music, a terrorist organization and banned it across the country. Nigerian officials say Lakurawa is affiliated with jihadist factions in Mali and Niger, and its militants have for years settled in communities along the Nigeria-Niger border, marrying local women and recruiting youths. Our correspondent Louisa Olani reports from Lagos.
Scenes like these have been the new normal in northern Nigeria for some time. Terrorism is unabated in the regions that border some countries in the Sahel. And now the West African powerhouse has a new problem to deal with, the Lakurawa armed group. Nigeria's authorities have officially declared the Lakurawa armed group, which flogs people for listening to music, a terrorist organization, and has banned it across the country. Lakurawa is a new group which carries out attacks targeting local communities in northwestern Nigeria and across the border with Niger. Nigerian officials say Lakurawa is affiliated with jihadist factions in Mali and Niger, and its militants have for years settled in communities along the Nigeria-Niger border, marrying local women and recruiting youths. This adds to Nigeria's security concerns, as it is already fighting against several armed groups, from Islamist militants Boko Haram to kidnapping gangs. The group was also accused of spreading harmful ideology within local communities and encouraging locals to disregard authorities, resulting in injuries and loss of lives and property to innocent citizens of Nigeria. The group emerged few years ago in some villages in Sokoto and Kebbi states, and people had notified authorities of its existence. But nothing was done. At first, Lakurawa members promised to tackle banditry and help protect local people from cattle thieves. Security agencies now have broad mandates to disrupt and dismantle the group's operations, including arrests, prosecution, asset freeze, and increased surveillance. It could also lead to public stigma and isolation for individuals associated with the designated group. Across the country, especially in northern Nigeria, people fear another scenario similar to when Boko Haram emerged in the late 2000s. Boko Haram means Western education is forbidden, and it has repeatedly targeted secular schools as part of its attempt to establish its version of Islamic rule in the region. The group gained notoriety internationally when it kidnapped more than 200 schoolgirls from the northeastern town of Chibok back in 2014.
Lakurawa, what some security analysts thought was a preventable phenomenon when its activities began months ago, did metamorphose into another deadly group in northern Nigeria with loads of criminal activities to its name. And as part of efforts to contain the group's activities, the government of Nigeria has officially declared them a terrorist group. Now, with this designation, security agencies are now empowered to take more decisive action against members of the Lakurawa group. What remains to be seen is how this decision will impact security and the broader political landscape in the days ahead. From Lagos, Nigeria, Louisa Olani, WION World is One.